We just got something in that we've never seen here at CATRP.
Well, you wanted to look.
Oh my gosh.
Just look closely.
I am very intrigued. That's all Alex told me, and I now have the camera ready.
Yeah, so we got a cart full of packages here, but there's something here. It's this box right here. And it's unlike any other box we've ever opened here at CATRP.
What?
Guaranteed.
This is fragile.
What do you think it is, Matt?
Fragile.
We'll have to get these unboxed, and I'll show a couple other cool things that we're gonna unbox along the way. And also, Chase and Nolan are upstairs doing an all-day whatnot.
Yeah, this is the start of one of the craziest weeks in the business ever.
Yeah, and we'll let you guys know, the loose goal for this week on whatnot is 100K.
Yeah.
Which...
And I'm gonna be gone in 2 days.
And he's gonna be gone 2 days.
Yeah.
And we still have tons of packages to unbox, get people paid. We have Amazon to send out. It's gonna be a crazy week, but we had like a record month last month.
Yeah, even with Nolan being gone for 2 weeks.
I've had a lot of time out, you've had a good amount of time out.
So maybe we're just holding this business back and we need to take more time off.
I guess so, Matt. You wanna?
I'll just leave now.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, he's taking the box. Oh, Alpal, you're leaving with him. All right, I guess I'll leave too. Anyways, that was a stupid bit, and there's Alpal. He's gonna lock us out now. We were talking about Chase and Nolan doing an auction upstairs. They are 2.5 hours in and almost at 10K, which is great. What was our loose goal for today?
Loose goal for today was like 20 grand.
Was 20? Okay, so we still have like 6 hours to go or something for the auction, or maybe 5.
Can you show me a couple things that have sold, maybe?
I'm excited for this. Yeah, so I've actually been boxing things up. So all of this is ready to ship. These are like our larger Funko type items that we got from a collection you guys saw on the main channel and a couple previous videos. I have a bunch right here. Some of this is going to be rough to ship, just packing wise.
So for those who don't know about whatnot, or maybe some advice when they're having a show like this, what are you doing?
Yeah, so currently, how we have these larger items set up is they are unbundleable, meaning if somebody buys 2 of them, it won't cram them into the same box. Whatnot by default bundles your shipping. Sometimes it's completely random and it only lets you bundle like 5 items together. We don't know why that is, but hey, whatever. So with this, all of these items are unbundleable. So anything that's in between 1 and 5 pounds, we call a priority item because Whatnot will default that to priority. So as long as it's between 1 and 5 pounds, we can call it a priority item and it can go in almost any size box as long as it's like around a 12, 12, 12. So all of these, since they're unbundleable, I'm just gonna ship out today and just get like less than 1 day shipping. So this sold, half an hour ago. I'm just gonna get it gone along with all that other stuff. These ones, on the other hand, this is gonna take like a 22, 18, 10 size box.
Which that's really cool, by the way.
We don't want to ever charge that much for shipping. So if we put in the exact dimensions on Whatnot, unlike eBay, where somebody will get the exact amount, sometimes for Whatnot, it's just like way higher because they're not partnered with UPS right out the gate. It's all through USPS. So this kind of box could cost the buyer $60 to $80 if we were to call it, probably 22 by 18 by 7 and then 10 pounds or whatever, because we don't know where they're buying, especially if they're international, and then that eats into, people will see that shipping and it eats into what the overall bid is. So we just make the dimensions smaller, and if there's any upcharge, it's cheaper on our end just to eat that than it would be to have the loss of dollar amount because of the shipping. If you're tracking with me, thank you. But regardless, all this can be shipped out, and then all of these are our 1 to 2 pound items. At least these are auctions that can't fit into our little cubby system thing we have going on here, which there's still tons of boxes upstairs that I have to grab, Alpal. They're selling quite a bit.
Yeah, they are.
You and I will also have to take over eventually so they can eat.
Right, they need to eat.
Yeah.
They've already been up there for what, 3 hours, 4 hours?
Like 2.5, 3.
2.5, 3.
What time is it? So we should probably eat soon.
Yep.
And you guys should eat too.
Yeah, let's go show them upstairs real quick. Something we're doing this week, and a good tip for a lot of you, is to understand the needs of your business and not just be focused on a certain thing. Like, we love Amazon and what it's done for our business, but we understand the amount of inventory we have right now for Whatnot. So basically, Amazon is just going to survive this week, and it's going to be Whatnot focused. It's going to be majority of our hours are for Whatnot this week, and you'll see why as we come up here.
Oh, and it looks it looks better than it did a few minutes ago too. But like, it is.
I mean, we still have so much of this over here. This is all a different show.
Yeah, all of this.
And Thursday's show isn't even up yet.
Yeah.
We got like 3 bins for that show as well.
These would have already happened by the time you guys are seeing this, but please text whatnot to 269-390-8555 so you can get notified on all of our auctions. And we even sent out custom coupons to everybody that's subscribed to that, so definitely check that out.
And for those of you who are here right now buying stuff, thank you so much.
Yeah, let us know how your experience on Whatnot has been.
Please do.
But another reason why we are hard focusing Whatnot is because that is the cost of diversification. Sometimes you have to be able to just turn off one thing to start up another.
Yeah. And then like come in 2 weeks, we'll have a really heavy Amazon week because of what we've had to do with Whatnot this week.
And then it'll go back to Whatnot because we have like 6 figures of collections coming in.
Ooh, we have this really spicy potential.
Guys, it's gonna get so good.
If this comes through, it'll be the biggest thing we've ever done here in
A while. Or maybe ever.
I think ever. Stay tuned for that.
So whether or not you're selling on eBay, Amazon, or Whatnot, and we would highly recommend you try and sell on multiple platforms. Maybe not when you're just starting out, start with eBay. Alpal, I think we can both agree eBay is truly still the best place to start.
100%.
Like if you want a ton of eyes on items, if you do several, just the normal things that we've talked about for years on this channel, you will see success. If you just need some quick cash, I think there's an argument to be made for Facebook Marketplace. If you don't want to do any work, you just want to get something listed locally to get some quick cash.
Isn't Facebook Marketplace actually the biggest marketplace in the world?
It is. I think they have 500 million weekly users. And that just means they like sign in or something.
Right, yeah.
But specifically to Marketplace, somebody looks. It's either per week or per month. That data comes from something we were let in on maybe last October or November, one of the two. So that could be outdated now, but regardless, it's huge. For reference, eBay, I think, has 100 million monthly users, between 100 and 150. And that could go up and down as they're continuing to expand. And I don't know if that includes TCG Player anymore, now that I think eBay owns TCG Player. Is that correct?
That sounds right.
I think they bought them, but they're like still operating as their own company or whatever. One thing you have to do for all of those, maybe not Marketplace, is ship. So we haven't given like actual shipping advice in a while, but we still get asked a lot. I think a lot of people overpack their things and waste material. It might be a hot take. I think people underestimate how little packaging you actually need to keep something safe. I'll say it like that. Knowing your items is always going to be important. A good example is this. I know that
Sorry.
I know that something like this is very, very flimsy. Therefore, I will package it much better. That just makes sense. It's a worm light. Can we put a microphone on that? Anyway.
Please, sir, tell him what he's won.
Versus this is already in a rigid box. Arguably, we could slap a label on this, but this is the original Funko box, and Funko collectors are pretty particular about stuff, so we'll probably throw this in a box within a box, but it just needs a tiny bit of craft paper. Something like this very large box, when you guys receive a brand new console or a brand new game that you just paid $80 or $500 for, how's it shipped to you? It is shipped in a box that is roughly the same size as the item with very little craft paper. People don't use bubble wrap. Like maybe American Bubble Boy does because they ship bubble wrap. That's really gonna be the only time I think you'll find in modern packaging, like from big companies that fulfill their orders with bubble wrap. So you can use craft paper a lot more and get more length out of it. One, literally because a roll lasts a lot longer because it is longer, but it pretty much does the job as long as you're packaging it well and it's not something that can easily be crushed where you might want some bubble wrap. Maybe
this is also a hot take, but I think it also depends on knowing what you're selling. So for us, most of what we sell is collectibles. So if it does have a little ding in the corner, that's a big deal. But for someone who's selling
hardware
or like beauty products or anything like that, like if the box comes with a little ding, someone's just opening that up and using the product and tossing the box.
How many times have you guys just gotten something in one of these and it was perfectly fine?
I got a PS5 controller in one of these. It was from eBay, but it came perfectly.
That's
I'm not
insane.
saying you do that, But
I mean, a lot of my Amazon packages have come damaged,
Yeah.
but I haven't cared because I'm just opening the box.
Right.
So
If you have consumable products,
yeah, like I
especially.
don't want to say just make everything willy-nilly, but there's also time to factor in. You want to do it with excellence, but don't bubble wrap a $20 item that someone's just going to throw away that box.
be intentional. Don't waste money and time.
One thing we had early on, and this is no fault to like any of us, but when I first came on, yeah, how do I package an eBay item? So we came up with this whole like standard of operations for, if it's over X amount, give it 4 layers of bubble wrap. I was like, well, what does that mean? Like 2 wraps or 4 wraps?
Yeah.
Or do I do it on each side? Like we were just overthinking it. And so really, I think the best thing you can do, how would you want something packaged? If you just spent a ton of money on something and it's super fragile, package it how you would want to receive it. For some of you, that might mean excellence. For many others, it might mean, yeah, this is good enough. And that's okay.
I will say over my years here, I have gone more to the double box method
Yes.
instead of the over bubble wrap because
Well
bubble
said.
wrap you can still like push into it and like
Unfortunately, we've
it
still
just
gotten
can crush like an NES box.
Yep.
Versus double boxing it, it's gonna be pretty hard to damage at that point.
we've had a couple
SNES
boxes.
boxes, Alex. No, sorry, N64.
No, it was a SNES box. It gives me crap because it was a Kamikaze Squirrel box. It was box only. I bubble wrapped
yeah.
the crap out of it, but the box got squished. And just because it was bubble wrap, it still squished the box. I would know more so now to like put something like put bubble wrap in that box to make it a little more rigid, and then I would just double box.
For those that don't know, it was like a $500 box.
It was like $500-$600 box.
So unfortunate. Another
Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. Everybody knows what
I
I'm talking
just
about.
like-
Everybody gets that way. You know what I mean?
I like pointing out Alex's
right.
mistakes.
yeah, we
Yeah,
have
Matt's
hold each
never
other
made any.
accountable.
I've never made any.
Nope. Anyways, a good thing to explain why. Imagine this is a very heavy box, even though it's small. You hit the corner of this, it will pierce through any cardboard and get into your item. Maybe it won't pierce through the bubble wrap, but it could definitely crush it. That's where the double box method I do think is underrated, especially for super fragile items. But then we have stuff where we're sending off medium size, the 18, 16 boxes filled with 100 to 400 games sometimes. We're sending them off to Amazon or elsewhere, and there's relatively no packaging and they arrive fine. Because just the surface area of all the games covers up everything pretty much
Craft
flawlessly.
paper is never.
It's not for protection, it's for keeping things in place.
But yeah, if a corner is filled with craft paper and you drop it on the corner, the box is still going to be squished.
Yeah.
It's void filler, not protection.
It's for the item to not rattle around.
There's
but
probably
it's
some
not
standard that a
protected.
big business has out there that we should look into for like their standard of operations. For us right now, I truly don't know if we have one. That might not be a good or bad thing. I think the thing I said earlier was just package it how you would want to receive it.
Yeah.
And I think that's ours, and for people that's going to have different comfort levels. Anyways, let's get to unboxing stuff.
But before that, we'll go over there. But I just wanted to say one thing about Skylar was mentioning about eBay, whatnot, Amazon, Encore, whatever. I will say everyone sees us do a lot of whatnot, and we've talked about how we're doing less and less eBay, and we've talked about how we still love eBay.
We are still doing eBay.
We are still doing eBay for like weird things we know won't go well and whatnot. But I personally think there are too many people on whatnot at the moment. Especially if you're going to put stuff in the buy it nows and you're not going to auction stuff off, you would be much better suited just to put that item on eBay. Whatnot is growing and it's huge, and I think eventually
There's still a lot of opportunity.
There's still a lot of opportunity in certain things you can put on Whatnot, but eBay's marketplace is still way bigger than Whatnot's. So if that's what you're going to do, if you're going to put most of the things in buy it nows, if you're going to have an hour-long show where you just have requests, it would be much better suited for you to take 10 minutes, list all those items on eBay, and then do something else with that time. Go source to buy more, list more items.
That's a really good point. So what I think I'm hearing you say is not that there's too many people selling on Whatnot. Too many people aren't utilizing the best part of Whatnot.
Correct. The best part of Whatnot is auctions. It's the quick sale, the cash flow. That is the number one benefit of Whatnot. So if you're not using it for that number one benefit, it may be time to start questioning whether or not you should try to utilize a different platform like eBay.
Especially because with Whatnot, you have to build an audience. With eBay, they give you an audience. That's why you are paying the fees you are on eBay versus on Whatnot. Whatnot fees are a little bit slimmer, but eBay provides overall a much greater service. So Whatnot fees are about 11%. eBay fees, we roughly account for 15%, and then you can promote it at 2%
15 to 18
and
is
15 to
general rule of thumb.
18%. But if you are guaranteed going to get more eyes on it, then definitely consider just doing eBay. I think a lot of people can diversify too quick, think that Whatnot is the solution to their problem or Amazon is the solution to their problem, when really for you, it might just be to sit down, get your eBay listings done. That way you have the time to evaluate to see if anything else is worth it for you. So we have all the packages, and we have a lot of big stuff this time around, my goodness.
We have a lot of big stuff. If you don't know what our buy list is, it's a site that you can go to and sell us around 1,700 items right now. You know the price you can get, you just send it off, and we pay for it.
And we have over 2,000 people doing that.
I think it's almost at 2,200 now.
Wow.
We have almost 2,200
Get us to
sellers,
2,500 people.
which is insane. We only launched this in February, and it's grown to...
How much in payouts have we done? Are we approaching 1 million in payouts?
It's a good question. I'd have to get back to you on that.
I'm one of those people.
Yeah, Matt's
But
even
it's-
submitted. I still need
I think
to.
like 2 months ago, we surpassed what we had paid last year. And we launched the buy list in May of last year.
Yeah, like the Google Sheet around
Yeah,
then.
the Google
so
Sheet. So
in 2 months, we did what we did in 7.
yeah, you guys have actually honestly surprised us. We have had to limit what we get because we're getting so much.
Yep, but hopefully soon that will no longer be a problem.
We are putting things in place to make things even better for you guys.
We're launching some good stuff. Oh
Launching
my
some
goodness.
good stuff. One thing we can talk about is the Pokemon that we've launched on the site. We have ETBs on there right now. We even upped the prices on those, and we're adding booster boxes.
Yep, we are buying those heavily. Pokemon's hot. We want to give you guys some good cash for them, even the new stuff.
Yep. Right now it's only sealed product. We would love to deal with loose. And
Maybe we'll get there.
We're brainstorming on how we can make that work. As of right now, it's not in the cards for us. But we're definitely continuing to brainstorm on how we can put more and more on the buy list to make it easier on your guys' end.
So we won't open up any of this. One of the things that we do is we'll go through all of your items. Look at this person wrote it right on the outside of the box.
Oh,
This
I
is
love
all
that.
you need to ship to us, guys. You just ship it to our PO box, slap your order number on there after you press submit. We take care of everything. We do all the disc cleans. We do all the case swaps using XYAB Cases, baby, the
Shout out
channel
to
sponsor.
XYB. I don't know what we would do without them. We use so much of their products every single day, especially cases. But there's also, there's so much for repairing handhelds, repairing consoles.
That gives us
little
all of our
things.
chargers for handhelds, everything that we could possibly need, including screen replacements.
Yeah, and Game Boy, like all the Game Boys that we get in that need screen replacements, we get those from XYB. It's an easy swap to make it a nice clear screen to sell. That's one of the biggest benefits. And they're continuing to add more items. They're continuing to add like niche things like GBA covers and stylus and just things that you can't find anywhere else. They're putting on their site.
So definitely use our code down in the description. You can get $50 off your first $100 order from XYAB. Special thank you to them for being the channel sponsor. Alpal, we gotta look at this box.
We gotta look at the box. I don't know where Matt put it.
I gave it to you.
You definitely did not.
You definitely did not give it to me.
I put it in your hand.
Oh, it's right there. It's right there. I think we're paying $2,300 for what's in this box.
Okay.
So
I don't know if
it's-
that's less or more than what I'm thinking.
I will let you know this is a good business, tip or just advice. So as I continue to grow my role in buying stuff for the business, I continue to step out into what I normally buy. And this is a good example of that. It's something that we don't normally sell, and I'm not sure if it will sell well, but I'm willing to take the risk because I know that we can at least break even on this, but we could do really well. And I'm trying to step out that even more. We did Japanese N64 consoles a couple weeks ago.
Is this Japanese stuff?
This isn't Japanese stuff,
Oh.
but those actually did really well. So I got in contact with that person. Hey, let's do another deal for those. And especially I'm trying to build more connections. Like there's someone I was contacting with promotional items. They got back with me about another deal that I wasn't really interested in buying, but I bought it anyway because I want to continue to build that connection to get those promotional items that go well for us and whatnot. And I'm intrigued with those kind of people and what they can get for their inventory. So I'm willing to pay up at the moment in order to build that relationship so we can get more of that cool inventory that people love and whatnot. Let's get to this package. Now, I'll start with something I see in here that isn't super unique, but really cool that we got in.
What? Oh, yeah, that is cool. A Soul Silver and Heart Gold, and another Soul Silver. Okay.
So
We'll be selling those this week.
if you don't know, we're selling the most Pokemon games we've ever sold on Whatnot.
It's over 100.
It's over 100. These will be a great piece for those. We can't get enough of stuff like this. People love Pokemon, especially if it's in good condition.
And we're still paying pretty much higher than ever for Pokemon stuff.
Yes.
Check out the buy list, guys. There's a reason we get so much of it in.
But anyways, obviously that's super cool. And that was like he's like, oh, I also have these. I'm like, yes, please. He apologized for the packaging, said he likes to reuse everything he can. I was like, no worries, man.
Like it. So let's get down to
Get
business.
an example. I
Sealed
don't know.
Tokyo Beatdown. Okay.
Yeah, kind of sealed.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyways.
DVD. Wow.
So
Stadium.
that's a good start.
oh,
it's not Stadium 2.
Oh my gosh, it's not for resale.
You might
Okay.
start to get a theme as I start to unbox this.
Ooh. Mario Tennis not for resale? That is cool. It has because not all of them have the sticker on the back.
No, not all of them have the sticker on the
That
back.
is very special. Are these all? Okay. All right.
might
I'm
start to see a
starting to
theme
see
here.
a theme. Look at this. This was in Barbie 587. What does that actually say? Bat beat? I don't know. Are all of these not for resale?
You know, they might be. Quick little business tip. If you don't have these in your life, get these. Matt recently bought 200 of these, and you can break them off. So we will probably never buy these again.
I think it was $16 for 5 or $32 for 200. They're wonderful little things. These is.
I'm no mathematician, but that makes sense to me.
I mean, we bought these
Matt's
months
no
ago.
mathematician.
I have personally not replaced the blade yet, and they are so much sharper than the Scotty peelers.
Just don't leave them open.
Yes, don't leave them open because they're very sharp.
What? Alpal, I see an issue here.
Yes.
I think Chase is gonna want to keep all these.
You know, that is something that I had in mind that I thought Chase would want to keep. You know, I hope he doesn't keep them all, but at the same time, like Chase has always mentioned, if you're in the video game business, it's the best way to build your collection because you're getting them for resellable prices. So if Chase wants to keep these, he can keep them. They're
It's
for great
all
prices
always
already.
for sale. Right.
Yes, it's all always for sale.
For
Chase
the right
actually
price.
has like sold some of his like VidPro cards to some cool people and some other stuff, but
He's
this
doing
is-
trades.
So the thing about this, why it's a risk, is because a lot of this doesn't have much sales data, and there'll be like a sale for like $50 and then 300, and you're like, what the heck? And some of it will only have like 2 sales ever in the last 10 years. So it's like you don't know if you can quite trust the price charting value. So that's why there is a little bit of risk here. But I knew with Chase wanting to keep some, with it being popular stuff that's not for resale, I was okay with that risk. But there's some stuff like this.
Medios. Like, that's not a very expensive game. But it's not for resale.
But it's not for resale, so it's cool. I don't know if there's people out there that are looking to collect all the not for resale things.
there's got to be. I know
I
that
don't
there's
know.
some for like N64 because that's like an achievable set.
Yeah, but like this is cool. Ninja Gaiden, Dragon Sword, not for resale.
That's so
It's
bizarre.
a popular title, but I don't know how well that would do on Whatnot.
Yeah, like
Oh,
okay.
there's one.
Well, that's like casually just one of the most expensive cartridges.
Yep.
So that is
there's
the.
that.
I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's the not for resale. It has demos for both games, or is it the full game?
I do
Matt.
not have a lot of knowledge.
Matt, can you look up the Diamond and Pearl not for resale DS game? Thank you, Matt.
So now that we've gotten past that lame Pokemon one, we can talk about America's Test Kitchen. Let's get cooking.
I hate you.
I don't know if I've ever actually seen this game before, let alone the not for resale.
I guess the price, and then also what does it have on it? Because the US version of this is really hard to find.
So Rune's $1,200.
12. My gosh. $1,200? Is that right?
All right. I don't remember, but anyway. So you have this again. Don't know what we'll get for that. I mean,
Mystery Case Files, Millionaire. Yeah, all of these are like $10 games.
and then, but this,
Ooh, what?
see,
That's
we can just put this in the stack of Chase will probably want.
Look at
I know
this.
Chase has Pokemon.
It says like
Stadium too,
distribution, Nintendo something or other. What? That is
but
so
I think Chase might be coming down. I'm not
bizarre.
sure, or is that no one?
I don't know. Oh, it is Chase.
Speaking of something Chase probably doesn't have.
Oh my gosh.
Is Chase?
I don't have.
What? Oh,
You're not allowed to look yet.
you're not allowed to look at.
Can I look?
All right, well.
All right, Chase, you can look.
What am I looking at?
Well, you wanted to look.
Oh my gosh.
Just look closely.
Those are all not for resales.
What about that one?
Oh, I don't think I have it.
What about
the
that
heck
one?
is this?
You're right.
What is happening? Wow, these are all not.
What about that one?
Oh, you got the diamond and pearl one?
Yeah,
Holy
that's the US
mercy.
one.
So Chase, the hook to this video was unboxing a box like we've never done before in CATRP. Is that a safe?
That actually is accurate in this case. I've never unboxed that many not for resales.
And then there's weird ones like this, but then there's ones like this.
Oh my goodness.
Dang. Well, thank you to whoever sold us this collection.
What do you
This
think
is
about
beautiful.
those though?
Oh my goodness.
You like those?
All I gotta say is good timing.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
Good timing. Big Pokemon auction coming up.
Yep.
So love that.
Then there's still more in here. Like there's
There's still
another.
more.
There's
Yep.
another bag full.
Dang, this is crazy.
What about that? Black ball.
Man.
So
Kirby.
did this come with that one? Maybe
wow.
not. This is not for resale demo. Yeah, some of these have stickers on the back too, like this one.
That's legit.
And then this one, the top label is just completely
So cool.
different.
How about
Toys
that
R
one?
Us. That was at a Toys
Oh
R
my
Us
gosh,
game.
Minish Cap.
Oh, it's got the demo.
What?
Dang.
They get this.
What did we pay for this? A lot?
So
Gotta
there's
be a lot.
so there's interesting ones that we'll have to load up because there's some that don't have the on the front, but they have the sticker on the back. And
Oh,
there's a very interesting one in here that only has that if you put it in the game, you get there's some special hidden things inside, which Chase might know what I'm talking about. But I kind of want to find it before I explain what it is.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh my goodness.
What is that?
Mario Golf.
Oh, yes.
Well, we have this one.
No, but we have Wario Land 4.
We were saying, Chase, that this was like going to be an experiment to sell, but I think you're gonna keep half of these.
Yeah, perks of the job, but also curses of the job.
Man, whoa, that is clean. On top of
yeah,
these
it's stuff like this that was a little more hesitant with the buy, just because they don't say it on the cartridge.
like you can tell that the cartridge is still authentic though, which is a good sign. Like it has the stamp on
And
the
you got
label.
like that's cool when you have the store name and number. That one actually says not for resale.
We were gonna relieve you to go, so you could go eat,
Yeah, that's what
but
I'm doing.
it looks like no one can.
Okay,
just
so
do it.
there's I'll let you know there's ones like this that we have to put in
Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
and see what actually comes up because the guy was saying that I can't remember the story. You get something, it's like it's not the actual full game or something like that. So we have to check that out. There's
That's
actually another one like that that's in here.
You need that because I think there are actual copies that say not for
Here it is.
resale on the front, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Okay, maybe this was just a regular fire red. Maybe it was just a leaf green. Because I think there are a few buy list items in here as well.
Oh, okay.
It's a mix. Okay, nice.
Man, it's like every Mario thing. What the heck? Diddy Kong?
See, I don't know. I mean, if it's, the easy tell, right? If we upload or put the game in and it's a demo.
This
then
one's
we'll
the
know.
most intriguing to me, this Mario Kart, because that is just not even close to the normal label. Is that what the Japanese label looks like?
That's a good question, but it says USA.
Yeah, that's what's so bizarre.
I don't
that,
know.
That would have been a much cooler label than like the white and gray that they ended up going with.
Reach out to us if you have any information on any of this stuff because we're not well versed in all the not for resales.
We truly love when you guys comment and give us history, even if it's like only 80% correct. It gives us something and gets like the word out there, so it can be kind of documented in history. Because some of this stuff
So I'm very intrigued.
has
with
probably
these.
never seen camera.
We have 5
Or-
of them.
Wow. Yeah, that's bizarre. So like all of these probably did they just all belong to one store and he got them all?
Yep.
Or did these never go out? Oh, that's a good one. I think Chase does have this one. For whatever reason, I've seen lots of these.
About that
and
one.
I think the price reflects that because it's not extremely okay, that's really cool. That's nuts.
I will say, if it was more stuff like this and like this, I definitely would have been like hard pass.
But this is like Pokemon and
It's
Nintendo.
Mario, Pokemon. I'm like, okay, I'm confident with taking the risk. Like another
Super Circuit. My goodness. Nope, just that Mario Kart.
This is more than I remember.
This is actually insane.
Ooh, what?
One just fell on the ground.
King of Swing, not for
Yeah.
resale?
You don't know about that game?
I don't even remember that game.
Oh, foot reveal. Nope, there was nothing that fell.
Oh, there we go. There's a.
So there's a not for resale.
So, yeah, I'm
legal
very intrigued by the ones that just have the sticker on the
We'll
back.
have to compare the two. We'll have to get a normal copy and compare the three. Maybe we'll do some shorts about that.
Oh, we'll certainly do some shorts.
I think we're going to be filming the rest of the day now.
Right? Yeah, but let us know if you think I'm right by saying this is unlike any box we've ever undone.
I mean, every box is technically one of one.
I mean, yes.
But this one is very special.
Metroid Fusion not for resale. They just keep coming.
How many laws are we breaking by selling these? I think we have to keep them all.
You're right. We can't sell them. That's what it says.
They're not for resale.
This is an interesting one.
Wow.
Zero maximum velocity.
What? Is that even a game?
I don't know.
Matt,
question.
is F-Zero maximum velocity for Game Boy a game? There's Zero
Here's
Mission.
one with just a sticker on the back.
Thank you for the research, Matt. I appreciate you. You're back there somewhere.
Just a sticker on the back. So yeah, confirmation of these actually being demos will be everything with these
There's
ones.
another one. That is so bizarre. Yeah, for whatever reason, I see this one at conventions a lot. Like, I don't
interesting.
know. I mean, it was Metroid. It was huge in this era. So it could have just had a lot of, like, kiosks with this in the
Right, it
system.
could've, yeah.
So that's likely why there were so many of this one.
You'll be excited. What did you say, Matt? It's a game.
It's a game.
There we go.
All right.
Guys, we don't know everything, okay?
Yeah, well, I've never seen this before. Yeah. Maybe like, it's a different label.
Well, here's one this guy will like.
Dude,
Fossil Fighters.
I might
not
actually buy
resale.
that one.
For real?
I'm not kidding. Unless if it's like crazy expensive.
Yeah,
I love Fossil Fighters
You
so
haven't even
much.
seen the Aliens not for resale?
Wait, there's aliens?
No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
bro.
Curious Village not for resale.
For those that don't know, Fossil Fighters, very, very fun.
Another one I'm positive Chase will keep, unless he has it, but I don't think he does.
What?
Explorers of Sky not for
That
resale.
is, I mean, just the normal cartridge is like, what, over $100 these days?
I think it's well over $100. I
Like
think.
150 for just the cartridge?
I think it might be like 125, 130.
Okay,
I think so.
that's nuts. Oh my goodness.
Phantom Hourglass not for resale.
Oh. What do you guys think we should do? Should we keep these and display them in the collection forever or get them into the hands of other collectors? Like this Naruto one is super cool for anybody that collects Naruto. I don't think that's special enough to Chase to consider keeping, but this is like where it's fringe. He likes Donkey Kong a lot, but I don't know if he would keep this one.
And you got these three. That label, I'm not sure. No, that's good. But yeah,
Man,
again,
all of them.
these ones that don't have
Matt, what do you think?
resale.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, so we got a lot more. I think
There's still more. Is this? Okay.
These are all.
Wait, is this? Nope, that's nothing. Ignore me. Guys, I'm very ADD. And I go a lot because my brain is just going
I
to
like it.
ramble at every
Would you like to do that
given
some
time.
more?
Yeah. Kirby,
Planet
Planet
Robobot.
Robobot. Hyrule Warriors Legends. I like the packaging, by the way.
Yeah, it's
I know
good.
he said he was reusing, but like, hey, prevent stuff from getting scratched.
Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Oh, no. Extra Epic Yarn. That's
Oh,
a
sorry.
big
Forgive me.
difference, I believe. I think the cartridge for that one is like
Oh, you're right. There, that is
60
a
or
bowl.
80 bucks.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Extra
but
Epic Yarn is very expensive. Mario Kart 7.
Just
Wow.
a few more. Let us know if you have some not for resale stuff you're looking to sell. We'd love to make a deal happen.
Okay, like
Smash
like
Bros.
you would keep that one. Man, this is so many.
Okay, yeah, we'll have to keep these ones separated. I mean, I guess you. I mean, obviously you could fake these.
Yeah, it'd be so
But-
hard. Like it's far too consistent.
Yeah, it is.
And I bet we could look up the Nintendo store thing. Like we have seen these on official copies from the original owner who used to work at
Yeah.
the store, so we know that this type of label exists.
And the fact that they have wear, they're not all the same. Mm-hmm. Makes me more Oh, doesn't matter for these ones.
Oh. Yeah.
So there you have it. one of the craziest things we've ever unboxed. Definitely have never unboxed something like this. Let us know in the comments what you think and if you want any. And that's about it.
Yep.